A major development in the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie and what could be seen as a setback in the investigation. The man detained Tuesday in connection with the case has been released and is now speaking out. Standing outside his home in Rio Rico, Arizona, the man, who identified himself only as Carlos, told reporters he had no idea who Nancy Guthrie was until police pulled him over. Carlos says he noticed authorities following him near his home and decided to stop on his own. He was detained for hours, but says investigators only asked basic identifying questions and about his recent whereabouts. He works as a delivery driver for GLS and DoorDash, and he insists he has nothing to do with Nancy's disappearance. He even says he doesn't know who her daughter, Savannah Guthrie, is because he doesn't follow the news. At one point, Carlos says he felt like he was being kidnapped himself. Carlos also claims law enforcement broke down his front door and damaged his garage while executing a search at his home, where he lives with his wife and mother-in-law. The Pima County Sheriff's Department confirmed they conducted a court-authorized search of the residence, located less than 15 miles from the port of Nogales. By Wednesday morning, Carlos was free to resume his normal life. No charges, no arrest, and he says he just wants his name cleared. DoorDash released a statement saying, quote, "They have reached out to law enforcement and are ready to support the investigation in any way they can," end quote. The development comes as new tension builds in the case. Authorities recently confirmed activity in the Bitcoin account listed in the original ransom note. The kidnapper demanded $6 million, promising Nancy would be returned within 12 hours. That deadline passed. Then another. Savannah Guthrie and her family have publicly stated they are willing to cooperate, but there has been no resolution. Meanwhile, the FBI has released images of the alleged masked abductor at Nancy's front door, appearing to avoid her Nest camera. FBI's latest release is sending shockwaves through the search for missing Nancy Guthrie. Newly uncovered surveillance footage now revealing a masked figure outside her home, and investigators calling it the first real break in a case filled with unanswered questions. The dramatic update comes as White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt addressed the nation, calling the situation heartbreaking, while new billboards rise across Houston, urging the public to help find the 84-year-old.
I was once again with the president. He and I were both reviewing the newly released surveillance footage from FBI in the Savannah Guthrie case on just this heartbreaking situation with respect to her mother. The president encourages any American across the country with any knowledge of the suspect to please call the FBI, who continue to assist state and local authorities who are leading this investigation on the ground. And once again, I will reiterate that the prayers of this entire White House are with Savannah and her family at this time. And we hope this person is found soon and that her mother is brought home safely.
Newly released FBI video shows a person wearing a ski mask and backpack walking up to the porch of Nancy Guthrie's home, a handgun holster visible at the waist. According to FBI Director Kash Patel, the images appear to show an armed individual who may have tampered with the front door camera on the morning she vanished.
FBI Director Kash Patel posted the videos on X. He says they were recovered from residual data located on the back end of the system. Ransom letters received by some local media outlets have also come into play in the case. It's unclear if they were authentic and whether the Guthrie family has had any contact with the abductors.
As the footage spreads, the search is moving beyond the crime scene. Large billboards now line parts of Houston, amplifying calls for tips and turning the case into a citywide alert. Authorities and family members continue urging anyone with information to step forward, as lingering questions remain over alleged ransom notes and whether any contact has been made with potential abductors. Back in Washington, Caroline Leavitt opened a briefing by relaying President Donald Trump's message, urging any American across the country with any knowledge of the suspect to please call the FBI. She added that the prayers of this entire White House are with Savannah and her family, underscoring the growing national attention on a case that, despite the new footage, still holds more mystery than answers.